Oh, it seems to be working now. Yays. Yay. Facebook was giving us trouble, but we beat them. And we're back.
How about that?
Now we got to share it out, don't we?
That?
Oh, everybody, watch
I'll
as we share our video out with the world. This week we're going to talk about Facebook too, so this should be fun. Should be very, very fun. I'm going to talk about Facebook cover videos. Ooh, it's always a good topic. Uh-oh. I'm on Facebook, Steve, looking at our stream, and I just saw something pop up that said Jeff Cooper mentioned you in a comment.
Oh.
I better avoid touching it.
It won't let me share it to the Facebook page.
It won't let you share it to the Facebook page. They've changed all of that around. They're having lots of troubles at Facebook lately, I think. Seems to be lots of weird issues. All right, here we go. I'm getting this shared out to as many places as we can here. We're going to get started talking about Facebook videos today, folks.
Well, share it to the Facebook page.
I'm sharing it to groups
right
now.
Well, let me see if I can share to a page. Video marketing could not share. It may have been recently deleted.
I hope not.
No, we're live.
We're live.
Yeah.
Maybe you deleted the Facebook page.
Let me try this.
And again, we're going to be talking about Facebook cover videos today, but I'm actually sharing this live stream out to some of the groups that we belong to so everybody can get a little taste of what we have going on here. And in just a moment, we will get started talking about that. But, you know, if you've ever done Facebook cover videos, let us know about it. Post it in the comments so that we can, we can discuss that with you at some point. It'd be fun. All right, we're almost there, Steve. We're almost there. Getting this shared out so everybody can join us.
I even grabbed the URL and it won't let me.
Well, here, let me try it. Let me try sharing to a page. Share to a page. And we want to share to Video Marketing Madness. Could not share post. Post that you're sharing couldn't be loaded. It may have recently been deleted. Oh, well. We ain't going to be able to share it there until later, I guess.
I'll download it and upload it.
What a shame. Later. But we are definitely live, and I can see people on here. So if you are live, say hello to us. And we're going to get started here. Steve, are you ready yet?
As ready as I'm ever going to be, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, then here we go in 5, 4, 3. On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about Facebook cover videos and why you should be using them, especially since hardly anybody is. So that'll be a good topic. And today's episode is made possible by our good friends over at Email Spike. Email Spike is a new it's not a new program, but it's a updated program that allows you to be able to put actual video in your emails. So when you send out an email to somebody, you can actually have a video in the email. Now, I know what you're thinking. There have been many products that have claimed this. And yes, they've allowed you to put a picture of a video in there, and then you had to click on it and go to your web browser and see it there. No, this plays your videos right in the email client. Now, not every client works that way, so it has backup of images if you don't have that. But you can put videos in your emails now, and we've been doing that for about 2 months now, and it's worked very, very well for us. So if you've always dreamed of being able to do that, and boy, I did long beforehand, well, now is your chance. You can check it out right now by heading over to raythelinks.com. Actually, no, let me change that. raythevideoguy.com/email spike. All one word, email spike. So raythevideoguy.com/email spike and start putting actual videos in your emails today. And with that, let's hit that funky music. Here we go.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you the tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.
And it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy. And I'm Steve Sleeper, homepage govmm.com, where you can get social with us and subscribe on Apple Podcast or your favorite podcatcher.
Absolutely.
How many emails do you send out a week?
What's that? Did you say how many
emails do you send out a week?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you send one a day or something?
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's probably about, I know I do over 1 million a month. So break that down by
1 million emails a month?
Oh, yeah. Easily. Yep.
That's the number of people, not campaigns.
That's the number of actual emails that go out. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
To different peoples.
Yeah. 1 million emails. Yeah. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay, cool.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
And people like it. And, it's funny. I know we're not talking about email today, but we'll bring it up for a second here. A lot of the conventional wisdom with emails, people say, oh, you don't want to email people too much. You're going to drive them crazy. And we found that to be the exact opposite. I got this advice from an old friend, Dr. Ben, and he's telling me, he says, you got to email more. You got to email more often. You can't be emailing once a week. So he says, you email once a day, you're going to see a huge difference. I said, okay. And I started emailing once a day. And wouldn't you know it, not only did we get more people opening the emails, a lot more sales, but we had less people opting out of the email list. When we were emailing like once a week, we'd get people opting out all the time. And now, sometimes we don't get anybody opting out with an email. So it's kind of counterintuitive, but it is true. So now that doesn't work for every type of business. For instance, in the escape room business, I don't email all of our clients every day. That would not work out very well for that. But with the type of business that I do, where it's a lot of content marketing and whatnot, we do it every day. We email every single day. And, some people complain once in a while. I'm like, well, if you don't like it, opt out. What do you want me to tell you? Like they
opt out.
Like they try to tell me, oh, you need to stop emailing every day. And I'm like, well, you can opt out, but don't try to tell me how to run my business. I've, sold millions of dollars of product doing it this way. I kind of like it. So, we stick to that. But anyway, today is not email marketing day, even though we love video and email and we love email marketing. But today we're going to talk about something that it's been around for a little while. And for a short period of time, it kind of had this popularity where people were kind of into it. And then it's just kind of dropped off. And even nowadays, when you go to most Facebook pages, you don't see it all that often, which is kind of surprising. And that is video covers. And what we mean by that is when you go to a Facebook page, at the very top of that Facebook page is usually a graphic. And the graphic will say the name of the company and it'll have a picture of somebody and whatnot in there. Well, that does not just have to be an image. That can be a video. And for whatever reason, most pages do not put a video there. And it's not like it's that complex or whatnot. In fact, if you go to change the cover image, it's going to ask you if you want to, upload an image or a video. So it's right there. You can learn about it pretty quick. And what's cool is they've gotten much better with it. When it first started, when they first started doing that, and it was probably, 2 years ago maybe? I'm not even sure. When they first started allowing you to put video up there were some businesses that were taking advantage of it and doing some cool things. We used it right away, of course. But then it's a very odd size, and you had to make your videos that weird size. It's like 812 by something. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it is, but you can look it up online. Believe me, even when I go to make them, I go and look it up online because I don't want to remember this kind of stuff. But in any case, you put it up there. It's like I said, 812 by 470 or something like that. And you used to have to create your video at that size and bring that in. And you could adjust it a little bit, but it was a little counterintuitive. It was a little difficult. But they did make some changes to that now. And so now you can actually upload a regular old video and then just adjust it in that window to fit. And that works really well. Now, of course, the problem with that is if your content really fills up that normal 16 by 9 window, you're going to lose stuff on the top and the bottom. So you got to be careful. Make sure that whatever you put in there is going to be kind of center loaded, so that you don't cut off the things that you want to have in that video. But it can be a very, very powerful tool for anybody doing marketing with Facebook. And the reason is, anybody goes to your Facebook page, normally they're going to see that graphic there, and maybe it'll get their attention, maybe it'll provide them some information. But when you've got a video on there, it's going to really grab attention, especially when not many other people are doing it right now. You've got the advantage there. For whatever reason, I don't know why everybody isn't doing it. I don't know why, half the people aren't doing it. It's just one of those things that I think people are intimidated by, so they just stick with what they have and they don't change that. But putting a video in that header can really get attention and, of course, provide a lot more information than, say, just a static graphic. Because, static graphic, you're going to have whatever information you have in there, and that's it. With a video, you can be changing that information. In the escape room, in fact, ironically, back when Facebook first started doing this, one of the first animated or video covers that I did for a Facebook page was for this escape room location for the old owners. It was one of the first ones I ever made, was for them. And until the other day, it was still the one that was up there. So it's been up there for a couple of years. And recently, I changed it to a video that is more Halloween related, and it's got a bunch of different things. So we've got, a few different animated logos strung together so that that's the video that's in there. And the video has to be between 3 and I think 20 seconds. So you can't have a super long video. And I could be wrong on that. I should probably double check on that, because now I can't remember. But the length of the video cover letter, it does have to be at least 3 seconds, though. I do know that. See, now I'm going to be looking like a fool by searching it up. So,
that's okay. You always look like a fool. So.
Oh, good. Yeah. So the cover video, 90 seconds. 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
So, actually, it says here 20 and 90 seconds, but I thought you could put shorter ones. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's something else. So 20 and 90 seconds. Don't listen to anything I say until I look it up. But in any case, we made one that was exactly 90 seconds because we wanted to take up as much as we can. So we filled that up. But we took animated logos that I'd put together, and I strung them in a row so that it played a Halloween video, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and it just had that kind of information in there. Now, once Halloween's over, we may change that and put more direct information, such as in the lobby here, we actually run a video all the time that's playing, and it shows some of those animated logos. It shows ticket prices. It shows some of the other things that we're doing. So we may change it and put some of that information in there so that people are getting more than just, Happy Halloween, which we're doing right now, even though it's not even October yet, but we're pushing very hard on the Halloween stuff here. So that's one thing that we put in there. And it does get a lot of attention. And it's very, very easy to do this. So again, why everyone doesn't do it, I don't know. If you want to be able to get attention, here's all you have to do. Get your video, make sure, like I said, that your stuff is kind of center loaded because you want to make sure that it's not getting cut off. And then in your Facebook page, you just click on the little camera icon, change the image there, and it's going to ask you for an image or a video. Choose your video. It's going to bring that video in. Now, at first, if you're bringing in a normal video, normal 16 by 9 video, or even a square video or what have you, it's going to show that whole video kind of in that window and then a bunch of blank on the left and right. Don't worry, that's just a quick little preview when you first get in there. As you move in, hit yes on that, it's going to resize that to fill that screen up. And so you just want to make sure, again, that your information is in the center. And you can adjust that a little bit. You can adjust that up and down to fit inside there. But once you do, you're going to have a beautiful video in your Facebook cover. And not only there, but it's also going to post that video in your feed as well. So it's going to tell people, hey, look, we just added this new video in there. So you're going to get kind of double attention for doing that. And Steve, you had a question you wanted to ask or something to say?
Yeah. Do you include audio? Does it play audio when?
It's funny. It does and it doesn't. It's very, very strange. Yes, the video you can put up there does have audio, and Facebook obviously just made a ton of changes, and half the things they changed don't seem to work. As noted at the beginning of this show, when we couldn't save it, we couldn't share this to our page for some reason. It was telling us it didn't exist. But we've had lots of troubles with Facebook lately. And one of the things that I've noticed is that on the desktop, on your computer, it's not playing audio. And they used to have a mute button. And it would be muted by default, but you could click that to have the sound turn on. On my phone, it works fine. On the desktop, it's not even there. There's a little pause button, so you can pause the video, but the audio thing is not there anymore. So I don't know if that's a change they're making or if it's just growing pains as they change the layout, but hopefully the audio will be back. But to be perfectly honest with you, for those types of things, you really want to build a video that is that functions without audio. And so that doesn't mean you don't want audio in there, but if there's no audio playing, you want to make sure that video still makes sense without the audio. So just be aware of that. And the video that we put up there is mostly music. And so, in fact, it's all music and sound. So there's no actual audio message in there. It's just a bunch of Halloween things going with different music and whatnot. So, yes, you can bring in with audio. It seems to be working fine on the phone, but right now on the desktop, don't know where that went. It seems to have disappeared. There's no sound, and who knows. But like I said, Facebook, if you're listening, if you're watching, you got things all messed up right now. So hopefully they'll start to clean that up, because we've had a lot of issues, and it seems they're changing it on a daily basis, because I'm posting content and going to share it, and just like we had trouble sharing to a page with that today, they keep moving around all the share buttons and things. It's been very strange. Like one day it's in one place and another day it's in another, and it seems never to be consistent. So hopefully they're sorting all that out and it'll be back. But yeah, you can do audio, but you probably want to make sure the video doesn't rely on that audio. It doesn't require that audio to be effective. Plus, a lot of people are watching videos with the sound off anyway. They're, in public places or what have you, so they've got the sound off when they're watching it. And so you want to be aware of that as well. So you just want to make content that doesn't require the sound. And that goes for a lot of Facebook. So nowadays, if you're going to put videos on Facebook, you really want to kind of build it for the visual, and, the audio can be there, but just make sure that your videos don't rely on that audio too much, because most people are watching videos with the sound off. So you don't want to miss out on some of that action because of that. And, it's worked very well. I mean, we get a lot of people to our Facebook page now, and the new video, people have commented on it, and they seem to like it. But, it's just it's a great way to get more attention. And that's in general, too. It's not just the cover videos. I recently started doing some experimenting with video on the Escape Room Facebook page, and not that this comes as a big surprise, although it kind of does, just because I didn't think this was the case anymore. Back in the old days, being 2 years ago or so, the old days, when Facebook Live first came out and people started doing Facebook Live videos, they used to get a lot more attention. I mean, a lot more. And more people would watch, more people would interact. And it was a really big thing. I mean, I remember having Facebook pages where you could look at all the content we've posted, and they'd have those little bars that, the bars come out and tell you like how active different posts were and whatnot. And you would look and you would see like these little teeny tiny, barely noticeable bars on all the content. And then all of a sudden you'd see this big long bar. And that was a Facebook Live, because it was so much more, it got so much more attention than anything else, because it got promoted more. Well, it's still the case. I did a live video the other day talking about how to use a certain type of lock. So it was just a tips video. So if you're in an escape room, here's how to use this particular type of lock to make sure you can unlock it. And within moments of that video going live and posting, we already had like 200 views, and it had been shared out to like 500 people. The reach had been like 500 people. It had like 49 interactions already. And that's more than the most popular things have, hours later. So it blew my mind how big of a deal it still was. So inside Facebook with your business, if you can do live videos, it can be a major issue or a major way to get more interaction out of your stuff. And of course, if you take that stuff and share it, you're going to get even more with that. But it blew me away that it was that big of a difference, even these days where they've kind of brought the live video thing, they kind of brought it down a notch. It's not as prominent as it used to be. Like in the old days when it first came out, it was like when you went on to when you went on to Facebook to post content, it was Facebook Live was right there. And now you kind of have to go and find it and click on it in order to do it. Whereas before they were really pushing it hard, and it seemed like it was, you put anything out there and boom, just goes everywhere. But it still does that. So doing that is a big way to get attention. And video in general in Facebook is a great way to build your Facebook page. And that's something that we've been doing for the last couple of months, trying to really grow our Facebook page for the escape room. And it's worked very well. But the Facebook cover videos work really well, very popular. The live videos work well. And then even just posting videos works very, very well and gets us a lot more attention. And even using the videos for ads. So we've done that with ads a few times, and that's been a big help as well. So I love it. I think it's a very good thing. So, Steve, what have you been doing with Facebook and video?
Nothing.
Absolutely
Absolutely nothing.
I thought. Well, and I got to be honest with you. Before I had an actual business of my own, and I have Facebook pages for different things, but I was never super active on those Facebook pages. But since I've got a local business that really kind of thrives on Facebook, I'm on there all the time. I am posting things every day, from videos. I went through and made a calendar of postings for the rest of the year. So every single day on our page, well, first of all, anybody who comes into the escape room and plays a game, afterwards we take their picture. That picture is automatically sent up to Facebook. So that's automated content.
Right.
But then I went out and I made a calendar, and I went and gathered a whole bunch of puzzles and brain teasers and rebus puzzles and all that kind of stuff. And I set it up so that it's posting 1 to 2 of those every single day to our Facebook page. On top of that, it's posting those images that we talked about. It's also posting, I set up this day, I guess we'll call it. So every day of the year is a named day. So it could be pecan pie day or pizza day or mushroom, chopping day, whatever. There is a name for every single day of the year, and there was some great content that was put out that had each of those. So I put one for every day of the year. So every day that goes out as well. So we got the puzzles, we got the day. We've also got inspirational quotes that go out every single day on there, and we've got all those images. Plus, when we do things like Rep videos, those get posted to Facebook. When Rep Kahuna, when it creates a graphic of a nice 5-star review, that gets posted there. So we're constantly having things going in there. And what I do is I then go in and I share that out to my main feed, because there's going to be a lot more people that are going to see it on my feed than in the business's feed for now. And so that helps to really start generating these things. And I'll tell you, even on the page's feed, even though the page, we're not some big major brand that has millions of people on our page. When we post things like the puzzles that are like, you've probably seen them where it shows like 2 chickens plus 2 tires minus 2 eggs equals 45. And then it shows, and does these math puzzles. Even just the ones even when it's just posted on our page, those get so much interaction, it's not even funny. So if you're thinking about what content can you put out on your page, even if your business, isn't an entertainment style business or whatever, put that stuff out there. Put interesting content. It doesn't all have to be about plumbing or dentistry or whatever it happens to be. You got to put fun things out there. You need to put business related stuff on occasion, but you need to put inspiration. You need to put, funny things out there. You need to put, just interesting facts, any of that kind of stuff. Mix it in there, because that's what's going to get people to interact and be there more often. And then when you finally come out with something that says, hey, come in today, it's going to get people to come in more often because they're used to seeing that content. And the more they like that content, the more likely they're going to see future content. And that's why, we tell people all the time, hey, like our videos that we post, because it's going to mean you see more of those videos. And that goes for anything that you post there. If you can get more people to like it, to like the cover video, to like the live videos, to like the videos you post, to like the puzzles you post, the inspirational stuff, you're going to get more people that see your stuff in the future. And that's always a good thing. So you want to make sure that you do that as much as you possibly can. And it all starts with, doing things like Facebook cover videos, because they really do get attention.
Well, and I got to tell you, I see all of your daily Facebook lives that you do for the escape room. Either I see them on the escape room because I've liked that page, or I see them on your page. They're fun. I got to tell you, they're a lot of fun, especially the ones when you scare people in Camp Rutledge.
Oh yeah, we like to do that, and I now that I saw the effects that the live videos can really have last week. It's something I want to start doing a lot more. I got to think of content that we can do live, because I was planning on doing a lot of, produced videos, but I think I'm going to do a lot more live type stuff instead, because that does tend to get a lot more attention. Yeah. So, in fact, I'll probably do one later today because we're making some skeletons. People like that stuff.
There you go. I think the lives are a lot more fun just because they're live, and I don't know. I don't think they should be produced, Yeah.
It's very easy to do them. And I think you need to mix it up. You need to have a lot of different content. But yeah, if you want to be able to produce content, you think about, if we're going to do a real video, like let's say the other day I did that live video on that lock. If I was going to do a produced video, we would set up lights and we'd set up the camera and we'd go and, we'd get our shots and we'd say, okay, we need a shot from this and then we need a close-up of this, and we'd go through and we'd do all that and we'd put it all together. We'd shoot all that stuff. We'd make sure that the audio was perfect. We'd come back in. We'd edit it all. We'd put graphics. That's a lot of work. We could just do a live video and, it is what it is. And it gets a lot of attention, and people don't mind that, especially now. We're all going crazy over this COVID thing, but the one thing that COVID has really, I shouldn't say COVID, but the whole lockdowns, the one thing that these lockdowns have really changed in media that's probably a good thing is that more live, off the cuff, not heavily produced content. You go on to TV at night, the Conan O'Brien show or what have you, he's just shooting it at his house. The news, we see news reporters just reporting with their phones out in their house or in the field. I've seen weathermen doing the weather from their living room. Okay. So to me, that is just opening it up to go, okay, it's okay to do this kind of content. And cable TV has kind of helped with this over the years anyway, because you have a lot of shows that were shot on things like GoPros and whatnot, and it changed from, everything is highly produced with high-end cameras into things that people can actually do with their own stuff. And this has really helped to change that perception that things need to be highly produced. So if you can do live videos like that, you're going to get things done a lot quicker. You're going to be able to produce a lot more content. You're going to be able to interact with people more, and it's just really going to help. So I highly recommend that you do that. These videos, any kind of videos that you do tend to get more attention on Facebook, but these live videos, they really get people to pay attention. Like I said, hundreds of people viewing it, within minutes of it going up. It just blows your mind. And the amount of interaction and the amount of reach. Because if you don't know what reach is, on your Facebook page, if you were to post, let's say you posted an image of your website, an image of something you sell. Let's say you're a plumber and you post a picture of a stuffed up sink and you say, we can fix this. And you posted that to your Facebook page. And let's say you have 1,000 people that have liked your Facebook page. Well, when you post that image, only a tiny fraction of those 1,000 people are going to get that image sent to them in their feed. Not everybody's going to see it. In the old days, if you had 1,000 people on your fan page, all 1,000 of them would get that image in their feed. That doesn't happen anymore. And a lot of that is just because people don't want to see all that stuff all the time. Facebook also wants to charge you to boost that post to get it to more people. Well, when I post an image of some kind, we're probably only going to get 40 people that it gets sent to out of all the people that like it. When I do a live video, all of a sudden that jumps to like 400. So that's being put in front of 400 people instead of 40. And that's what reach is. And of course, if your reach is bigger, you're more likely to get likes, you're more likely to get other interactions, comments, etc. And that's going to help to grow your page and hopefully even get you to make more sales. So I highly recommend that you do that whenever you can. Get videos in there, get live videos in there. Do video on Facebook whenever you can. It's going to make a big difference to your page. And we've seen, just huge differences when we've done that. And everybody should be doing it. Doesn't matter what business you're in, you should be doing it. I know dentists that do it. They go live and they talk about these things. Chiropractors. I've seen plumbers that do it. Any business can do this. I've had lawyers that do it. They get on and they do live video talking about different subjects. And it's going to help that page. It absolutely is. It's going to get you more attention. And you're going to be seen as the expert so that when people decide they need your services, they're going to remember you. And that's when they're going to call you and come in. So highly recommend that you do these things in order to make your page even better. So what do you think of that, Steve?
I think it's really good, Ray. And
Does that
one
inspire
thing
you?
Well, no, I'm not going to do it. But, I've become the GMB guy, and we use YouTube videos as a tool to get more backlinks.
Sure,
that's me. But I do enjoy watching your stuff, and I remember that Alaskan cruise you took your family on, which seems like an eternity ago, pre-COVID. But every day you did a Facebook Live from wherever you were in Alaska. And I specifically remember you were on the ship, and you're saying, hey, good morning, and family's not even awake yet. And all of a sudden you're saying, oh, hey, so-and-so, hey, Jim, hey, Sally, hey, Bob, hey, good to see you.
One day I was out in a T-shirt and shorts, and it was like 30 degrees, and it was frosty and snowy out there.
Mm-hmm. I remember that, too. But the thing, it was fun, at least for me to watch, and I think it was for other people, too. And the amount of engagement you got was amazing to me.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the page here, which obviously I can't show everybody because it's audio only, but most of the posts that I'm looking on here have between 20 and 50 people that have been reached. So in other words, I posted something and 47 people were reached. Okay, Now I just came across a video. Now this was not a live video. This was just a video that I put up there, and all of a sudden that jumps up to 150 people reached. Okay, and now I'm going to try and find a live video, and we'll see if that changes here, if I can find one. Boy, I post a lot of stuff on here. Holy cow. So this one here's a live video, and it has 447 people reached.
Very good.
So that's quite a big difference. And it's got hundreds of views, and so it's a massive difference. It really, really is. Even going back and looking further back here, some of these other things that we've posted still only have 50, 60 people reached, So it's a thing you need to be doing. You need to be doing this kind of content, video and live content. It's just going to get more reach and then hopefully more sales for you. And that's what we all want. We all want sales in the end, so.
And don't you have another tool that will get sales, something about video and emails or something like that? Didn't they make the show possible today?
In fact, this show was made possible by the folks at Email Spike, who allow you to put videos in your emails. Now, how would you like to be able to do that? That is something that for years I've wanted to do and couldn't do, and I came across Email Spike kind of by accident, actually. It's made by a friend of mine, Mark Thompson, and I didn't even know he had it. And I happened to come across it, and I was like, wait a minute. And I thought for sure it was going to be one of those things where you take a video and it turns it into an animated GIF, and you put that in your email, and people click on that, and then they watch the video on your actual page. And it actually does that. That's one of the features it does have, so you can do that. But it actually puts a real video into your email. Now, there is some caveats with that. The email program that the person's using has to allow videos, and Outlook does, and Apple Mail does, and whatnot. So if you pop it up on your phone and you read your email, that video will be there. But there are some that don't as well. And when it doesn't, it actually has a fallback to use a still image or an animated GIF there. So you're still getting that benefit without having to worry about, people that may not be able to see videos in their emails. But it has been a really, really cool addition to everything that we do. And I've gotten more people contacting me back specifically because there was a video in the email than anything I've done in a long time. People contact me all the time and go, how in the world did you put a video in there? Well, you should have paid attention to the email I sent last week because I told you exactly how we did that. But people do ask all the time, and it is a very, very good feature. And if you want to be able to do that, well, all you have to do is head over to raythevideoguy.com/email spike, and you'll be able to learn all about that great program and see some of the bonuses that we've put in so that if you take action on this, you'll get some great bonuses as well. So check it out there. And with that, Steve, I think we can call this episode. Wait, let's try that again.
Wrap?
We can wrap this up. We can't wrap this up because I can't talk right now, apparently. But we can wrap this up. Stick it in the book. Stick it in the Hall of Fame of podcasting, and prepare for our next exciting episode of Video Marketing Madness. So, Steve, any last words before we get out of here?
Have a happy and drive safely.
Have a happy and drive safe. Have a happy what?
Day.
Have a happy day. Have a happy day.
Month.
Interesting.
Morning.
All right.
Afternoon.
Well, you do it.
Evening,
do it. Have a happy
overnight.
day. Everybody have a happy day.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys
I'm ready.
next week. Let's hit that funky music before we mess up any further. Here we go.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.